Well, Wendy Grace works for MyBnk, a charity that delivers financial education programmes for 5 to 25-year-olds in schools and youth organisations. And she joins me now. Good morning, Wendy.
Morning, Fiona.
Nice to talk to you. So tell me, what's your take then on this bit of research?
Well, I would say MyBnk kind of lands firmly on the children's side there. In terms of it's not the expectancy of cash. It's more that receiving any money will help in the long term in terms of habit formation. And as you were discussing before, in terms of budgeting, you get some really important lessons as soon as you receive money. Essentially, that it's finite, that there is a value that comes with money, and that there is, there's a reason for delayed gratification being such an important habit to form. So we would say that pocket money is something that is it could be a really good way to teach your children these really important subjects.
But if we just hand the pocket money over without any chores being done, or, every week, I think they said £13 is the average amount, and just handing £13 to a child with, they don't have to do anything for it, that's not going to teach them much, I'd imagine.
Well, I would argue it still teaches them something in terms of their money budgeting skills. But I would also agree that money is something that, as we go into adult life, we all know that we have to earn, right? So in terms of it's every parent's choice how they allow their children to earn that money. But you also said right at the very start that we give so much money to children anyway. The amount that a child costs is pretty astronomical. If you take away the clothes you're going to buy them, for instance, and you give them that money as teenagers, then it gives them a sense of ownership, and you're not spending any more money, but you are teaching them the value of what that money is. So instead of a pair of jeans magically appearing in a bag, they have to go out and purchase those jeans themselves within a budget that they have got.
So say if we do decide to give our child an allowance, what advice would you give? I mean, what should we say to our child when we give them this allowance? Should we say, sit down here with me and we'll go through a budget together for the things you want and perhaps you can save?
Well, absolutely. Most parents believe, I think it's 50% believe that they are the biggest influence on children's money skills. And yet over half still aren't really talking about money matters because it's still this bit of an awkward conversation, right? But we should start talking as soon as possible. We're talking about teenagers right now, but I mean, studies go to show that habit formation starts at 7. So really talking about money with children should start about 5 years old. That's why MyBnk starts at 5, to try and get those habits forming. As they grow older, you can bring them into things even before pocket money is something that you're willing to give. You can say, listen, I'm going to go out on our weekly food shop now. We've got X amount in our budget. This is what we're going to buy. How much does that take away from this? You can talk them through these weekly budgets that you yourself hold. And then when it comes to giving pocket money, absolutely, I'll be all for sitting down, talking through. Let's be honest, mistakes are going to be made, but that's one of the reasons why pocket money should really be given a little bit earlier, because it allows children to make mistakes when there's the consequences are far less harsh, right?
So you talk about children as young as 5 there being able to learn, some lessons about money. I can't imagine giving a 5-year-old pocket money, but you say that, they are old enough to be able to understand some sort of concept about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a course on our learning.my.org that goes through kind of the main things is that money is finite, it's got a value, and delayed gratification is a habit worth learning. You don't have to give money to a 5-year-old, but you can discuss money. You can discuss the concept of saving, and you can discuss the concept of value, and have them choose. If you are going down to the shops and they want to buy all the sweets there, you can have them choose between 2 options, so they get to understand that there is a limit to what can be bought, and that a choice always has to be made in order to fit into financial well-being.
What's the most difficult thing then, in your opinion, for a young person to learn about money, apart from the fact that there isn't a money tree?
It's as you said, there isn't a money tree. It can be really difficult if you're a parent not to like give in to treats, to, like if your child has made a mistake, not to go, oh, of course you did, like you're a kid, I'm going to give some more. I think the key is really in like consistency and open communication. If mistakes have been made and big spends have been done, to talk that through with them and try to keep, if pocket money is given, a regular amount at regular intervals.
Okay, yeah, Wendy, thank you for that. Wendy Grace from MyBnk there. So, I don't know, teaching children from the age of 5.